that was my low point. But thankfully, I was able to research, and I think that's one key thing. If you're being bullied or being harassed at work, find out what the policy of the organization is around whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because with sickness, when you're pregnant, your sickness cannot be counted against you. Like when you're ill. But if you don't know that, and your manager is trying to tell you,
oh my God, network.
Trying to tell you that you are you're slacking. So I basically first of all showed him what the policy said, and then asked if there were any deliverables he gave me that I hadn't delivered. So it also goes back to deliverables. Yes, maybe my attitude wasn't as great as before, but I was still delivering. I might be slower, but I was still delivering. So I think it's about, communicating. Although looking back now, I'm not quite sure. I think I was a bit aggressive. I had to bring out the black girl aggressiveness, in quotes, because I just felt like I was getting pushed back.
Oh, interesting. Wow, I can see you.
I can't hear you again. What happened?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hold on. Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh dear, what's going on with my Bluetooth? I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on, check the mic. Okay.
No worries. We can hear you.
Hello?
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 Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh no, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Okay, but I can't hear by you, so I don't know what he's saying. Hold on. Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, if you can hear me.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Hear me. Fantastic.
Sorry.
we got all the gist. Every single bit, we got it. Okay. So here you're pregnant and all of that, and finally something happens and you get laid off. Is it okay for me to just ask a question around that?
Yeah.
And particularly, it's just my question is, how did you mentally deal with that? Obviously, because you're not that type of a person professionally. And this is now happening, even though I know you were getting tokens in your mind, pushing you in a different direction. But for your, the way African men and women are brought up with pride and all of that.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that mentally to be strong enough to take the next step?
So, first of all, I wasn't, I don't think I dealt with it well, because for 2 weeks, I was lying down in my bed. That's all I did. The only time I got up was to go use the toilet and to get food. I was in my, and thinking about it now, I was like, wow. I was in bed for 2 whole weeks, and I was watching Nollywood movies, which I hardly used to watch, but it was like an out of body experience. Like, this isn't me. I'm going to wake up from this dream. So for 2 weeks, I was in bed. But somehow, and I have to bring, faith into this and God into this. I kind of heard a question in my spirit, like, so do you think you are the one that has been, how do I put it now? Do you think it has been in your doing that you've been getting great jobs? Because I'm not, again, and sometimes I think we take pride in the fact that, so for me, one of the things I take pride in is that when I go for interviews, I get the job. I don't like search for jobs endlessly. When I get there, they like me, so it was more like a rejection. I'm like, first time someone's rejecting me, like.
Oh my, I can hear you.
No, someone just tried to call me. What's up with everyone?
All right. No.
Oh my God. There's someone trying to call me. Why?
We can hear you though. Wow.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're hot. Can you hear me though?
Hold on.
I can hear you.
Hey, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
Uh,
Oh, wow. Thank God for...
no.
Where are all the prayer warriors? All the network prayer
No, I
warriors?
can't hear
Where
you.
are they?
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try. Let me my. Okay, let's try again.
Okay. Hello?
Right?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can.
Uh-oh. I've lost... Can you hear me?
Now it's gone.
Uh-oh. So, can you hear me? Okay, let's do this if you can hear me. I'm going to log...
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can. It seems when something else comes in, it disconnects the Bluetooth.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
What
okay.
was that?
Okay.
I can't remember what I was saying now.
So you were talking about how you
Oh
mentally
yeah,
dealt with.
yeah. So like I said, mentally, I think at that point, because this was my first major disappointment, I wasn't really equipped to deal with it then. But now it's funny because since then I've obviously had several disappointments since then. But I think that actually equipped me for where I am now. So the only thing that was at one point, I felt like it was God basically saying, you need to get up. You can't keep wallowing in pity, on your bed because this has happened to you. And so I got up and said, okay, I've lost my job. What can I do with the time I have now? And that's when I said, I just got the sense to pick up the blog and expand it further. Yeah.
Okay. So here you are. And this is us going into, so we've talked about your professional life. So this is us going into your entrepreneurial life. Now, as you know, talk is cheap, and a whole lot of people, ideas for me, I say to people, ideas is cheap because not cheap in itself, but the fact that it comes through and we do nothing about it could make it look cheap. So now you finally pick yourself up and then you're going at this blog. What was the day ones? What was the experience of the very early days? Because, there's somebody out there who might want to be venturing into going entrepreneurial and want to go into it 100% or not. So what was your experience around you finally got up and then what was the day ones like where probably the money was not coming in?
Yeah. So at that point, I continued doing what I needed to do, which was to write on my blog. And a number of people were following me then, but from my research, I found out that people were monetizing their blogs with different products. So I started searching for answers. So I'll go on webinars, I'll go on, different programs, different free events on Facebook, or no, it wasn't Facebook, it was on Google or something. I'll Google all kinds of things. But then, so I was able to get like some key information from free webinars. But then at the end, obviously, they would sell you something, and I don't have money, and then I would think, let me just translate this thing by myself. So I kept doing that. And then when I saw that this thing wasn't going too far, I can't even remember how I found out about this business coach on Facebook. So what she did was she did an offer for £1 to join her online coaching monthly thing. I was like, okay, £1. I can pay £1, right? So £1 for your first month and then £10 going forward. So in my head, I'm telling myself, I'll join for the first month, grab what I can and run, right? That's what I was telling myself. But as soon as I got in, oh my days, it was as if there was this world I didn't know anything about. Online business, Facebook, and there were all these women, so we're all in a group. She had like programs, and they were on a Facebook group, and everyone was just talking about their businesses, and I'm like, wow. It was a different world. Because again, remember I've been in the career space.
Yes.
That was I trying to, build up my blog, and I'm like, wow. I was just blown away. Well, so obviously, first month goes by, I'm like, yeah, £10. It's £10. I can find £10. But what I've been trying to do for like 12 months prior to when I lost my job, what I've been trying to do by myself, in 3 months, I found the answers. You know,
Wow.
she basically taught us how to build, to come up with our own products, our own services, you know, taught us how to do similar to what she was doing. So that was the model I
Yeah.
also chose. I'm like, okay, I'll go for a recurring membership. And so
Yeah.
I built up my own because I knew who my audience was. So she basically taught us finding your audience, saying, you know, the right things to them, all of those things. So just
Yeah.
from the little I learned, I was able to put together my own membership site. And then in October, I launched and 10 people joined. I was like,
Wow.
really? As the 10 people joined paying me, it was like, I was blown away. I wasn't expecting that. But it just goes to show that sometimes when we try to do things in our own strength, in our own little ability,
Yes.
the reason why you're not getting far is because you don't know the answers.
Absolutely.
So look for someone who knows the answers. Be willing to invest in yourself. So
Yeah.
I just had the £1 and then the monthly £10. And that £10, wow, it made a huge difference. And then I began to connect with other business women, began to see how they, you know, their things, their mindset. It was a different experience from career. I mean, obviously, I brought a lot of my career, my
Yeah.
experience, and skills from there into the business world. But then learning about business was totally different. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
Wow.
even know if I've answered your question.
You did. You absolutely did. And you even gave advice, which is great. So, you started this morphed into SWM, Super Working Moms. Yeah. And then you're leader of this army who are your recurring customers. Um, in your experience, from then till now, did you ever get to a point where you were like, you know what? Are we gonna just pack this up right now? Because I don't even know. Did you have those moments? And if you did, how again did you get yourself up and to keep going?
Yeah, definitely. I had moments like that. You know, I think when you've enjoyed a career where you know that even if there are project or no project, at the end of the month, your pay is guaranteed, right? But
Yes.
when you're running a business, you have to go find the client. You need to go out and do the work, you know, with God
Yes.
obviously back you up. So it's different. So yet, obviously there were times, I mean, I went back a few times. So after I had my son, I was home for 19 months. Then I went back before I now finally said, okay, I'm doing this full time. And then last year I went back to work again. I went back, I took a part-time job because the December before my baby passed away, and
Oh.
I didn't have any creative juice left inside of me, you know. So I was
Yeah.
like, it was easy for me to go back to work to something that
Will
I didn't
distract you.
necessarily have. Yeah, I didn't necessarily have to apply any creativity. I just needed to follow instructions. This is what I mean. So those were the two times that I kind of went back, but now I feel like I'm back on track. Yeah.
Fantastic. So now, um, I, I, your calling, and I think you know what. Thinking about it, hustle is your calling. Whatever you're vast at, you know. So
Using the word hustle.
we got to manage that. So your calling then takes you on a journey of book writing
Yeah.
and documenting, of course, your experience and all of that. How did that start? How did you cook that up, and what was the experience of doing that?
So remember that I already started with a blog, right?
Yes.
So writing is one of my gifts. I started writing since when I was 8. In fact, my uncle, my mom's brother was the one that said, wow, you write well. You must, you know, he encouraged me to keep writing. So I used to write. I used to write all kinds of things. I didn't write a lot of fiction, but I wrote a lot of encouraging words, inspirational
Yeah.
stuff right from a very young age. So when I started my blog, that was what I did. So my blog started in 2006, and then that's my first blog. And then the Super Awesome blog started in 2012. So writing a book, and some people think that writing a book is hard, but guess what? Because I already had content, most of the
Yeah.
things in my first book were from my blog.
Mm.
So all I needed to do was pull them out, fleshing them up,
Yeah.
put them together, and self-publish my book. So I wasn't, and again, I wasn't going to wait for a traditional publisher to come publish me. I
Yes.
was already, researching about publishing your own book yourself. I got help. I looked for people who had done it before,
Yes.
and that was it. So I just pulled all the content, the ones that I wanted in the book from my
Yeah.
blog, and that's how I got my book. That's how I got
Wow.
my first. Yeah.
Wow. And you've gone ahead to produce 2 more, Slayed Out, Super.
Yeah.
Your Confidence.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I said you've gone ahead
Uh-oh.
to write 3 books.
I can't hear
Can you
you.
hear me? Hello?
What's going
Hello?
on?
Oh my God.
I can hear you now.
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Cool. So your calling is taking you through SWM. It's taking you into authoring books. You've got 3
Yeah.
books. Slayed Out, guys. Check it out on Amazon. Slayed Out, which is helping people recognize and manifest their God's calling. Boosting your confidence. That's pretty much how to be successful in the workplace. And you've got the Super Working Mom. And I know you also authored things around, is it a diary or a book?
A journal.
A
A journal.
journal. A journal,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I've been looking from the side. So and then of course you've done the professional stuff. So my
Yeah.
question to you is, for that person who has listened to your story, if you were going to advise your 20-year-old self, or a 20-year-old lady who's just starting, single, not yet married, or married, whichever way, what will be that advice you will give her based on all of this cumulative experience you've got to date?
Oh my God. When people ask that question, what would you tell your 20-year-old? In my head, I'm like, it's gone. She's, I don't know. But you know what? What I'll actually tell, I mean, to be serious, let me stop joking around. What I'll tell a 20-year-old girl is to explore the world, to be open, to not, how do I put it now? Explore the world, travel more. Yeah, that's what I'll tell my 20-year-old, travel more.
Explore the world, travel more. Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, just because, I mean, being a mom is a blessing. Trust me, it
Yeah.
is. It
Yeah.
comes with its responsibility. So I think
Yeah.
at a younger age, explore your gifts, explore the world, travel to other countries. Because trust me, once you get married and have children, except you have loads of money that will allow you to, all you and your battalion to travel, you might have to wait till they go to
Yeah.
uni or something to do your own traveling.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
when I travel now, I actually travel for work. I travel for speaking engagements. I can't. I haven't had a proper holiday in a long time, and I need to work on that. But yeah, for a 20-year-old, I would say find out what your gifts are and start using them early. Because
Okay.
I think, what's the name of the guy? Is it Maxwell, the one who wrote
John
Outliers?
Maxwell? Is it
No, not
John
John
Maxwell?
Maxwell. Malcolm Glenn that wrote Outliers. He talks
Okay.
about the 10,000 hours. So when you apply your skill or gift over a period of time, you become skilled in it. And
Yes.
he's put like 10,000 hours, saying, if you keep doing it over and over. So I'll say find out your gifts early and start to use them. Start to hone your gifts. Yeah.
Good. Fantastic. I've got 2 more questions for you in the next 5 minutes. And the first one is, what would you say, because I know SWM deals with this a lot, but maybe you're talking to a couple of other people who haven't experienced that side of you. So in quick time, guys, Detola runs this fantastic academy, and she's happy for you to slide into her DM to ask more questions about this, about, encouraging women, both married, unmarried, single, with kids, to be the best version of themselves professionally, passion-wise, and in the calling God has has given them. So my question is for the women who have struggled like you, in terms of having kids and trying to balance their career and all of that, and trying to prioritize. What is your quick advice to them to say, how do you not lose yourself in the fact of, in the bit of having kids? You know, what would be your quick overview advice on that? And then, you know, we can delve in at a later time.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You said quick advice because, hey, we can go on and on about this topic. But the key thing I would say is know who you are before you are a mom, before you're a wife. Know you for you. You know, be in tune with your own self. Know your gifts. And we talked about that, right? Yeah. But it's also about prioritizing your self-care as well. You know, create time for yourself, me time. A lot of moms don't put me time on their calendar. We put ourselves on the back burner. Oh, you sort everyone out. As long as everyone's fine, I'm fine. But that's not always the case. A lot of moms end up being burnt out.
Yeah.
So it begins to prioritize. If it's exercising that keeps you going, wake up early and exercise. If it's taking a walk, find something that you enjoy doing for you. Because you can't take care of others if you don't take care of yourself.
Yes.
So find ways, no matter how little the time is, to take care of yourself. Schedule me time into your calendar, you know, and then learn your seasons. There will be seasons where, you know, when you have babies, you're waking up in the middle of the night and all of those things. That's not probably the season to try and, you know, take on more. So understand your seasons. You know, if the babies are young, take care of the babies and do whatever else you can do, but don't try and cramp in too much into that small thing you have. So obviously, a mom who has a teenager would probably have more time compared to a mom with younger kids. You see what I mean? So understand your seasons and embrace your seasons. Yeah.
Fantastic. Like I said, guys, this woman you're looking at is an embodiment of trying to get you from A to where you need to be. So please check out. She's happy to take your questions on Super Working Mom, the Academy, what they do, their meetings, their portals, their trainings, and a whole lot of courses you can actually harness. Detola has also brought her professional experience into teaching women how to succeed in the workplace for those who are 9 to 5. And even in your entrepreneurial pursuits, you know, you can apply these things. One final question, ma'am, and I ask this of all my guests. If you're to describe what because again, you're nowhere near where you want to be. So you're still very much work in progress. And I need to hammer that down for everyone listening. You know, you don't have any celebrity status to your name yet or any capes. So what would you describe as your happily ever after? What would that look like graphically if you were to describe that to us? That day when you finally say, I've done it. What would that day look like?
My husband can probably answer this question better than I can. It will be me sitting on the Caribbean island, just looking out on the ocean. That would be the day. That would be the day. Although my husband will also tell you that my laptop is with me. That's what he's going to say. I've got my laptop on the beach, but yeah, me just, you know.
Yeah, maybe you'll be showing your ladies what you're going through, that you can be here too. Fantastic. You know what? With that few words, because you know a lot of people struggle with that question of what the happily ever after is, and then you know, why are we even pursuing? What's the pursuit of happiness really? Because when you don't even know what the end goal looks like. So for me, I can practically and graphically, you know, emphasize that in my mind. And I hope to clean your glass and cheers to you on that beach. I might be on holiday, but you might be living.
I know, right?
Oh, wow. It's been a super pleasure having you. Thank you, Detola, for taking time to share this nugget. My wish and let me say my wish is that people will hear this in different forums over and over again. And we don't know what you've said and what situations other women are at the moment who want to walk your path or who want to do the things you've done. And hopefully one or two or three things you've said would unleash their dreams and bring back their confidence. And of course, know that, you know, they're not alone in the battle they're fighting. The sun will always shine again. And all I can say to you is, for all you've been through, you're still standing, and you're still smiling, and you're still going. And that in itself is what encouragement looks like. So on behalf of, we call ourselves the Hustle Republic now. On behalf of them, I'm going to say that you're a passion hero. Let's put you that way.
Yeah. Thank you.
And may God continue to bless the works of your hands.
Amen.
SWM will blow, go to become something global. And I think there's no better feeling of satisfaction but to know that you've impacted lives so positively. There's so much love in the room for you.
I know, right?
All of your SWM ladies showed up like, oh my God. And the thing with great stories is questions are very little because people are listening and absorbing it. And I've really not had any question other than great story. We call, oh, well, there's someone said you call yourself slayers. All right. So you're not only pursuing, you're slaying by the moment. So it's
so we're actually currently on a slayed out challenge.
Oh yes,
and it's amazing. It's been amazing. So we've all been slayed out, you know, in one area of our lives or the others, and the ladies on there are just amazing. So shout out to you all. I'm so glad you're here. We're all slayed out together. This is me actually slayed out, you know, coming on here.
Absolutely. And thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for talking about your lows, your highs, because, you know, social media always paints the perfect picture, and people don't know, you know, what's behind the smile or what's literally behind the phone taking the picture, you know. So avenues like this, and again, we don't all have to be successful to then tell our stories. There's a whole lot of things to learn within the work in progress. So please, guys, when you see Detola jumping on the train, it's just so you know that the pursuit is still very much on. And give her a hug, give her a pat on the back. Let's encourage ourselves together and continue to develop, you know, passion heroes. And never say die. We continue to push until the perfect day when we can sip that lovely wine in the Caribbean islands.
Exactly.
All together. Thank you, Detola. And to everyone that joined, I'm trying to get this right.
Me too, right? I don't know how to do it. How do you do that?
Absolutely, Mad love to everyone that has joined. This is day 8. It's been amazing, another amazing time. I'm going to be putting up the videos on the official Instagram page for this series called The Hustle Republic. Letter D, Hustle and Republic. So if you go there in the next 1-2 days, you'll be able to see this video and a whole lot of all the other sessions we've had. And please share. This will be on my story for the next 24 hours. So get a friend, tell a friend to tell another friend to listen to Detola and learn 1 or 2 things. Once again, mad love, guys. We go again tomorrow, 7 p.m. So tell a friend to tell a friend. I love you. The hustle continues. The passion continues. And we'll see you again. We'll see you again tomorrow. Detola, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Bayo.
And guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good evening. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.